Welcome back to my channel, Logan Speed Shop. Today, as you can see, my gashes are not healed. It's been a week since that bloody incident. Still got the bloody weapon of destruction down the floor. Need to pull that apart. But I want to get this car into the middle of the garage because it's drizzling outside. And I just can't be stuffed. During the week, I've painted this bugger up. Got it on there. It's actually got coolant and some water in the top at the moment. Just been fighting loosening off this bloody thing. So my great wisdom, I thought I'll put the bolts behind it so you can't see them. I can barely get to the bloody things and had to put the fitting on the bottom, which meant loosening it off. And yeah, the hose just goes everywhere at the moment. I'm going to route that way when I attach to the loom it can be attached at the same time. But that's not a job for today. Today I want to get it into the middle so I can seal up the other door, which is a bit more of a mission. Mainly because this front guard has to come off as one of the hinges is loose. Now I can do all the stuff to the door, get everything fit up, including all the electrics on the inside. I've got that all sorted, and now I can run the wiper motors, get the wipers up. Oh sorry, not the wipers, the bloody windows. Get them up. Now I want to get the sunroof in there, which I thought was going to be pretty easy. It was just going to slide up. This lip could make things a little bit harder, but hey, we'll deal with that. Can only be so hard, right? Once the car's sealed up, it means I can actually take it outside, give it a bit of a hose off, get all the dust and shit off it, as it has been sitting a little while in here now, just gathering stuff up. And bolt all the cowl and stuff on so I can get these side edges on just so it looks a little bit prettier. Lots of dicky little jobs to knock out today, and of course she won't be running at the moment as the ECU's gone back to Haltech. See the shore lock connector is chilling down there, and yeah, just tidy up. I'm just going to jump between a few jobs and just try and knock stuff out. Getting onto the final path, and yeah, I can see the end, but it's still a long way. Especially, it's just silly things like putting those side trims on. I know that's a big job and not a fun job, so I just keep putting stuff like that off. Engine bays, just tidy up. Brakes and clutch. Clutch I'll probably do when I'm in the car today, just so it's out of the way, and before the seats get bolted in I can actually get to it. Fun, fun, fun. I thought it was going to be the case. I've had a whole day bloody working, achieved bugger all. I've got the sunroof in, that doesn't want to sit quite bloody flush. You can see no matter what I do, a corner wants to jump up. I need to adjust. It's got like little shim style adjusters on it, and it's just a bastard. I'm gonna get it as good as I can, and then I'll just leave it as it is. Just put the lining in just to make myself feel better. A positive though, just turn the power on. Got windows, they're slow going up. They're fast going down, slow going up. That's alright. That's just fused power. It's not running through the ECU, so it's easy enough. Just turn off the inhibitor switch. Well, relay. We've got the back seat sitting in there. That's mainly just to get it out of the way. I don't think I've achieved bugger all. This is a shit day. The driver's door. Ended up just tightening all the fuses, all the bloody, not fuses, what am I talking about? All the hinges. And now at least that shuts properly and it's got a handle, so that's good. Kind of complete. Still got to put this bloody fascia bit on the front as well. What have we got? This is something I like to shout out. Grommets. I've got a mate Ryan who runs a company called Fat Lip Collective. You can see here this grommet goes in there. I just have to trim it out because I didn't expect to actually run anything through there. And I got this little bugger up there as well. So he's pretty good. If you have a look at his website, it's got a bit of everything on there at the moment, and he'll make anything you want. If you've got an idea, send it through to him, and he'll see if he can work with it. He'll let you know, and he'll make it, which is bloody good, especially for stuff like this where you just can't get a grommet the right size. And you can see there, it fits perfectly, so that's good. But yeah, what's next? What's next? I guess brakes. what a few days I've had. Pretty much just been working away on the RX7 off camera, just trying to knock out some of the small jobs, just stuff that's too hard to film and just normal maintenance sort of stuff. Got the bay pretty much tidied up. Everything's on where it needs to be, cable tied out of the way, all the hoses run, all the loom run, cable tied as well. A little bit cluttery over the back, but hey, this ain't a show car. Looks nice and simple, and I can still get to everything as well, which is key. Even ran the bloody wood line off the back of the reservoir there over. But yeah, first blowout I had was the clutch slave. Those that are familiar with these, they've got a different end. The pins looks different on each end. I put it in back to front, so when I started to bleed it, pop, straight through the middle of the fork, and yeah, it blew the slave out and fluid went everywhere. Not realising what had happened, I topped the fluid up again, went to bleed it, thinking, oh, it's just a strange air bubble. Nah, more fluid on the floor. Once I realised, man, there was a puddle. But that's okay. Unbolted it, flicked the pin around the other way, the O-ring was fine, so yeah, she was savable. But yeah, just had a bit of a mess to clean up, which wasn't that fun, but it happens. The next blowout, the brake caliper. Front left, I'm sure you've seen me looking for one. You can see in there, she's got no threads. Honestly, the bolt must have just been too long. It was just dripping. I went to nip it up. Righty tighty, went to lefty loosey, pretty quiet, so it was a righty loosey. But hey, it happens unfortunately. So you've got no front caliper there. Unfortunately, I was able to bleed up the brakes, so I have to do the fronts again. But hey, again, it happens. I'll source another front caliper, probably end up having to buy a pair. And yeah, get those on there, repaint them, get them back on. And then pretty much just try and knock out all the stuff that will stop the car driving. What else have we done? The horns are done up the front, relays. For them, that's the only relays in the car. We've got the power steering's all bled up. And the line's done. And yep, of course, I had a line blowout there as well. I think I kinked the line slightly, the high pressure line, when I put it all on. And yeah, right where the kink was, it blew out. Bit unfortunate, I made a mess on the floor. The garage smells like bloody ATF at the moment. I know I should be running LDAS in Astra pump, but we're trying just normal ATF to see how it goes. And yeah, man, it smells bad in here. But something a bit more simple today. Going to do the interior. Actually, this is something I knocked out off camera. Not that impressive, but hey, it's on there. Speaker pods, well, speaker mounting brackets to hold the speakers. That way the pods can go over, noise will be good. We'll just have to drill out a couple of holes for these grommets when they're in place. But again, easy as, not something I'm stressed about. But I'd love to get the roof lining in there. That clip. Might just have to adjust this as well, as it seems to be hitting. So hopefully I can just pull that bottom panel out. Just heard the door clip on there. Yeah, should be easy. I can just pull that out slightly. Well, here's hoping. But yeah, we'll get the roof panel on. Push the car outside to do that. It's a bit of a battle in here. Stereo's kind of half sitting in there with a single dim below it, with a dirty big gap below that. So need to work that one out later on, but for now I'm just happy I've got a stereo in. So it's all the stuff to make it ready to go driving when the STU goes back. And so yeah, the clutch is bled now, the gearbox has got oil, there's not much stopping it. I'm going to just pull the interior bits out. Obviously going to fix that bloody fender up now as well. This is it, the job for today. Trying to fit all this back into there properly. So I guess it's just a bit of making sure you get the layers right. We're going to grab some cable ties out in a second, as well as I can see some of the sunroof loom hanging off. I just don't want to battle that, and none of it's connected anyway. So yeah, start with the roof lining and then just bloody guess my way through what panel comes next. I know there's a couple of double up bits here as well in these boxes, but hey, these bits are alright. I know there's one broken part there as well. So we'll just take our time, get it all in there. I don't know how much of this I can actually film, as I reckon I just can't get a good camera angle, and hey, I reckon it'll be pretty shit to watch. So I'll get in there and show you guys the results soon. What a mission, what a mission. Plastic old interior parts suck. There's still a few bits lying around in the back there. Moving into the car, she's kind of looking complete. Passenger seats only held in with one bolt. Sunroof, sorry, the roof panel isn't attached properly at the back. Gotta look at that again, but I'm happy it's up there. Missing one of those things from the other side, don't know if it was ever there. But she's looking a bit better. Can tell I'm just a bit beaten by this bloody thing. See the wiper wiring, still have to sort that. So nothing's plugged into this at the moment. But one thing I can do, you can see where I'm working is a tight gap. Got these floor mats. I don't know if I actually opened up and had a proper look. Doesn't look like it. Let's get these buggers out. The driver's side, the passenger, nice Aussie floor mats. Honestly, going to cut these tags off as I bloody hate them, and then we'll get them in there. Suits the old style of the car. Just cut these off and see what they look like in place. That's better. Not the best cut. No, it's not a bad cut. But yeah, tags off. Let's see what these look like. See, the loom's a little bit loose on this side, obviously because the Haltech's not in there. Under there. Probably would have been a little bit better lighter, but we'll get dirty. That'll be fine. Let's try the other side. Oh, do it in shut. Oh, the pain going in and out of this gap sucks. This week wasn't a good week on the car. Still got a lot done. Just felt a bit beaten. Must be time for about nearly having a week off it, I reckon. Still need to put the dead pedal in there as well. Not great that it doesn't cover up that bloody bit of the mat. But yeah, suits the style of the car. The old brides, the G-ready wheel, the bloody centre boot is off at the moment. Have to do a bit of magic to make that work better. But yeah, it's good to see it kind of come together. Oh, and the handbrake works, which means the rear calipers should be okay. Guess that's a little bit of a win. I was certain they were going to be no good. Driver's door shuts good, and the skirt's on the side too actually. That's all sealed up properly, which is bloody fantastic. Ride height has been set as well. Just got all the front end stuff to do now. But yeah, I'm wrapped that the bloody rear calipers work for the handbrake. I thought that was going to be a fail. And what's next? Probably just load all the shit in the bin and the back of the car, as I reckon I'm pretty much done. Might end this video with a bit of a bloody thrashing the S15, because why not, eh? One of those cool little messing around jobs that I had to sort out, but I thought I'd show you guys what I did. So I've got the power probe here, and I've got the bloody headlight motor in there to work out what's what, because they run their own timed relay, so it can only go for so long. So what I've got here, I've already worked it out. So yellow, I've just pushed wires into it so I don't have to pin it again twice. So yellow and pink, up, up. See if I can get a better view. Comes down fast. Then yellow and blue, down. So what I can tell here is it needs 3 powers, a constant, up trigger and a down trigger. So that is easy enough. So we got yellow is constant, pink is up, blue is down. And yeah, that's one done. And the other side's pinned, the dish plug I have pinned the same off the motor. So in theory it's going to work exactly the same. So I'll be able to just check my diagram, my bloody wiring map, and pin that out, and then it'll be good to go. Do the same to that side, and then I'll be able to tidy up the front wiring. But yeah, power probe comes really in handy for stuff like this. Just simple to enable power. I think the RX7 will be driving this week too.
YouTubeception. Just watch the bump.
That's alright, I won't feel it. We'll do it from rolling.
Jesus, bro. Oh, you got dose these guys. Are you sure that bonnet's closed?
Yeah. I think that just spun second a lot more.
Jesus Christ, Logan. We'll add this to their high vis.
Man, that's a fun car to drive. Went out and caught up with my mate Chris, as you just saw there, driving the S15. Bit of an in-car clip. He's got a full video of it and a bit of a walk around. It is just a great car. Drives good. Absolutely goes amazing. But we got a car to finish. We got the the RX7 to finish, and I got the Haltech back. So came back today. It's all repaired. So yeah, the R5. So gonna push this bugger out and put it back in. Should be able to start it up without having the laptop plugged in. Also, the old front brake debacle. See, it's missing there. It's actually sitting out the back. Just waiting for the second coat of paint. Got the paint's bloody burning me, eh? It is terrible. It's got it sitting in boiling hot water here. So it's just to help pressurize it a bit more. And yeah, I'm just going outside and painting it. That's cooking me a bit. Looks like it's sitting a little bit high there. Bloody roof. Been a bit of a fight. I'll play with that later. But yeah, time to get that bloody computer in and see if it'll start up and drive. Well, not drive yet, not till I get brakes on. As much as I want to, that'll be the next video. It'll be the first drive. Alrighty, behind this door we've got Albert, just chilling, waiting to be taken around the block in a bit. And we've got some brakes, just a bit of gloss black on them. Still got to remove the old pads and the lines. And this time make sure my bolts are the right length before I bloody screw them in and wreck a thread. Although I should be able to fix that caliper with a little bit of can-do. Otherwise, over here got the laptop powered up, ready to go, and we've got the Nexus all plugged in up there. I'm going to let you guys stay down here. So turn the key. Hear everything power up. Hear the fuel pump come to life, see all the lights come on. Before, that wouldn't work because the cord had to be plugged into the laptop. But yeah, now we're onto a winner, which is nice. Just going to plug the laptop into it, check the bloody start up fueling, make sure that's alright, and then try and start it again. Well, no bueno, the battery's dead, so I'll get that charged, that way I can actually start her up. But I dare say that'll all be at once for the first drive video, and chuck the brakes on obviously at the same time. Yeah, bring it on. At the moment, just playing around with the headlight settings. See, the headlights are up. Just wanted to make sure that was working. Looks good. Just all that dicky stuff, you know. So much of it. There's going to be so many settings to work through, but I guess that's half the fun.